Hello and welcome to On the Couch with Steve, a podcast where we help you navigate the often complex world of buying, selling and renting here in Ipswich and surrounding areas. I'm Steve Athanades, I'm the owner of NG Real Estate here in Ipswich. I'm joined today by Matthew Taylor-Farrington from Purple Bunny Marketing.
Hello, thanks Steve.
Hello Matthew, how are you today?
Good.
No worries. Now I guess we're talking about what happened in July 2024 here in Ipswich and surrounding areas.
So what happened? What did you do from a selling and buying perspective?
Holy hell, I need to tell you, we had our biggest month ever. I've been selling real estate here continuously since, I've had a real estate company since 2005, and this is the biggest month we've ever had.
That's good.
Unbelievable. So our team collectively listed an unbelievable 76 properties in 31 days.
Yeah, right.
So, unbelievable. We sold 84 properties.
I love you reading your notes.
Yeah. A quick little look at my hand here. It's a lot. I can't count that high.
Yes, yeah.
84 properties in 31 days, so nearly 3 properties a day. And that equates to a humongous $60.1 million worth of Ipswich real estate. From
here in Ipswich.
Transacted by our company, by the amazing NG Real Estate Ipswich here in Ipswich. So congratulations to my team. Thank you to the people of Ipswich. Thank you to all of you amazing buyers, and congratulations on purchasing your new home.
Yes, congratulations. And so why all of a sudden are we seeing, because obviously when we spoke in June.
Right, you had to ask me a hard one straight up.
So when we spoke in June, obviously the numbers were still good, but they weren't like you've doubled easy, and if not more in the selling perspective. So
yeah,
what's the reason for that? Do we know what has caused this burst?
No is the short answer. And you're pretty much right. We've doubled. We always sell at least $1 million worth of real estate every single day.
Yep.
Sometimes we can get up to sort of 40, 45 million in what has been a great month. But this month we've sold $60 million worth of real estate. Why has that happened? The truth of the matter is no one really knows, but across the board, we've seen it with ourselves. Some of our competitors have recorded similar sorts of months. So the only thing we can naturally assume is all of a sudden, for whatever reason, a lot more people have decided to sell their house.
And they've decided to come to market.
So the only way we can have record sales is to have more houses to sell.
Yes.
Okay, it's simple logic, but so there's more houses available than there has been. We've talked continuously and probably monotonously about the fact that the number of listings in Ipswich has been down 45%. Mm-hmm. Well, in July, they all came to market.
Yes.
Hallelujah. They all came. And we sold them all. So we're very grateful.
And what are you seeing, I guess, as the people listing? Have they given you any reasons to why they're listing? And from a buying perspective, are we seeing, your mums and dads and families buying, or is it investors? What are we seeing in the makeup of that?
Well, still a cross-section, still a strong representation of mums and dads, first home buyers, getting into the market, some people trading up, down and sideways. Still really healthy numbers of investors. So particularly in this Ipswich market, it's been reported Australia-wide, a lot of faith in what Ipswich is doing as a marketplace, about its potential for further capital growth.
Yes.
Ipswich is seen as a real hotspot for investors. So a lot of investors in this marketplace. As for are people telling us why? They always give us a general reason as to why they're coming to market, but there's nothing that stood out in July for any of myself or my agents as a particular reason why now.
Yeah.
So, it's an anomaly, but it's a really good one.
It is. Really for everyone around.
Yeah.
All right, and so that's the buying and selling side of things. And what did we see from the renting side of things? Have we seen any changes in that side? I know the media constantly talks about the doom and gloom and the people that can't secure homes, but what's the state of play there?
Look, again, we're not finding that's the reality. Rentals are still, there's not as strong a demand, a supply as we would like, I beg your pardon. There's still always a strong demand for these properties. We put on 21 new managements, so nearly one a day in July, which is great. Work from our business development manager. So people are still continuing to buy properties, to rent them out, to move out, rent them out. So there's still plenty there.
Yes.
We rented out 13 properties during the month of May. So again, still good demand. Supply is not bad. So it's not diabolic. It's not super hard.
It's
to
not
get a
like we
rental.
saw earlier.
No,
Yeah.
no, not like it was probably 12 months ago.
Yeah.
So there's still a good enough supply. So
Yes.
on the rental front, some areas have probably got a little bit of oversupply. Ripley is probably one area where there's a lot of new investment stock that's come to market.
Yep.
So we are starting to see that price soften a little bit, the rental price, because at the moment right now, probably a little oversupply, which is unusual. We haven't talked about oversupply a lot.
No.
But
correct.
Ripley is one area where just at different stages there'll be a run of properties come to market that have just finished construction. So that's where we're at the moment with Ripley.
All right. And obviously talking about different areas, when flicking back to buying and selling, was there any standout locations that we saw where people were listing or people were potentially buying? Did we see any?
Yeah, look, one of our standard areas, top end is always really, really strong. We're getting some really big numbers. We would continuously, once upon a time, to sell a house in Ipswich for $1 million, that was a lot of money.
Yes.
Now we would consistently sell, anywhere between 6 and 10 properties a month that are $1 million or more, and some of them up into the top end of the $1 million bracket. Very few properties that today go over $2 million, but a lot of stuff in the high ones. As a normal area, Redbank Plains. Amazing interest in Redbank Plains.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Both from owner-occupiers and investors. Redbank Plains is really hot right now.
Yes.
Seeing some big prices in there.
Yeah, right.
So
okay.
some of these properties have almost doubled.
Yes.
So, and that's within sort of 2 to 2.5 years. So Redbank Plains incredibly popular. Any of our blue chip suburbs always performing strongly. So your Brassel, Flinders View, your Manto, Wood End, Sadler's Crossing, Coal Falls. I mean, there's a number of amazing suburbs in Ipswich, and they're all performing well.
Yeah, well, that's good. And I guess, so talking about the suburbs and the prices, especially Redbank Plains, where you're saying could all be potentially double, we hear it a lot. People say, it's going to burst eventually. What do we think in that space? Like, we've talked about it before where, whilst there's always going to be demand, prices are always going to be higher, yeah?
Correct. So going back to the start of this conversation, prices have remained high and continued to grow because of low supply.
Yes.
Right? Now, strong demand but low supply. If we saw, a tilting of the axis and we got a greater level of supply, you would only naturally assume that prices may soften a little bit.
Yes.
Which probably leads me to a really valid point. If you are a seller right now and you're thinking about selling your property, whether it be your own personal home or an investment property, it appears that we are very much towards the top end of the market. Okay.
Yes.
Now, if we get an interest rate drop anywhere in our future, if we see an increase and we see an increased level of supply, naturally house prices will soften.
Yes.
So if you've ever thought about selling your house or your investment property, when should you do that, Matthew?
Right now.
Right now. You need to sell right now because we can guarantee
Yes.
the price right now. What it will be in a month or 3 months, I don't know. It will depend on demand. It will depend on market conditions, interest rates. There's a lot of variables that you can't control. But if you want to cash out at top dollar, do it now.
Yes, agreed. And there's no better time to do it than now.
Correct.
Especially when we know what the current state of the market is.
We know what
what's
it is
happening.
right now, and
Correct.
we know what we can achieve right now. What will happen in a month to 3 months, you'll have to watch the podcast every month to find out,
Yes.
of course, on the couch with Steve.
Yes. And I guess my last question then would be, I've noticed more so from what we're doing, a lot more auctions taking place.
Yes.
Is there a reason and a strategy behind that? And why should, I guess, sellers consider taking a property to auction?
Okay, good question. Auction is the oldest form of selling, obviously going back to ancient days, everything was sold by auction, people even, slaves, the whole show.
Yes.
So effectively, it is the one true test of the value of anything in a marketplace. It's still valid today. So auction is an extremely valid method. Some people don't really understand it. Some people are a little scared of it, but it is a great test of what the market will bear in any given market. Now, in a market that has been rising, as we've seen, okay, someone, and we sold one last weekend that went $50,000 over reserve.
Yeah, right.
Right, so there is a chance with an auction campaign with no price and the buyers not knowing what you want, there is a chance that someone will pay even more than you thought it was worth and I thought someone would pay.
Yes.
So effectively, it's a great option and you should consider it in conjunction with all of the selling options. And a professional agent like you would get from NG Real Estate Ipswich and our surrounding offices at Ripley, Carolee, Brisbane West, Toowoomba. Do you mean? If you get one of those professional agents, they'll explain all of your options to you, and they should. Any agent should explain all of your options, and you choose which one suits you, your personality, and your property the best.
Yep.
Some people are stressors, so some methods are better than others. But honestly, auction is a great method. We're doing more and more of it, and we have had some amazing results. So consider auction.
Yes, agreed. That's all I've got.
Right, well, that's pretty much all I guess we need to talk about. It's been short, it's sharp, it's punchy.
Yes.
But best of all, just like NG Real Estate, results speak louder than words. Our biggest selling and listing month ever, okay, July 2024.
Yes.
So if you'd like to hear more about what's happening in the Ipswich real estate market and our surrounding suburbs, obviously subscribe to us. Click the link below. We'd love to hear your feedback, any questions you might have. Mate, thank you once again, Matthew Taylor Farrington from Purple Bunny Marketing, our great, one of our great friends of the show. I'm Steve Athanades. I'm from NG Real Estate Ipswich. If you'd like to see more of On the Couch with Steve, join us for our next podcast.